Hello, super quick for the guys at pre-detox. Just a couple of things I'm learning because I'm in Munich at the moment. I'm doing my travels, so I'm going to make it super quick for you. Really important things that people take for granted. I think everyone should go to health school and study about health, because I'm going to tell you the number 2 top mistakes that I've seen people do for their health that really fucks them up. But they don't realise it, and they won't realise it until they get diseases way earlier than what they should. They get aches and pains by the time they're 15, 60, and these lessons that we need to learn constantly and we need to reinforce. Is why I'm going to tell you them. Probably you guys do them anyway, but I'm just going to tell you. Number 1. I'm living in first of all, I'm living in a 37 people dorm room, which is very busy, and it's just one room. So I get to experience people's health habits or lack of health habits or mistakes they're making that they think are healthy when they're not, like looking after their body, cleaning, for example. Number 1, at night time, the majority of them keep their phones on standby, because I hear at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning when it's time for my bed. Sometimes it wakes me up, or sometimes I just hear it because I'm awake, but I hear the pinging of the phones because the messages, and the majority of them keep their phones on during the night time. It's bad enough that they don't have blue screen blockers, and they don't have the blue screen blocking glasses. They're watching the blue screens just before they go to bed at night. It's bad enough that, but I mean the biggest mistake for me is like sleeping with their phone on right next to them in the bed or nearer to them. That affects everybody that's within the vicinity, but especially the person who owns the phone, because often the phone is nearest them. But that's going to stop the production of melatonin, which is going to inhibit their... So it's your number 1 antioxidant in your body, endogenously produced by your body. It fights cancer, it destroys free radicals, it's your master antioxidant. It's really important for health and regeneration that you produce as much melatonin as you can when you sleep, and that's the number 1 mistake people are not doing. They're not producing enough melatonin because they are... literally leaving their phones on, and everyone's leaving their phone on, so it's just you're getting the EMFs from other people's phones. But if everyone stopped and everyone started taking control of their health by actually looking at switching off their phones, then you can go a long way towards producing higher melatonin for everyone in that room, because it affects everybody, not just you. You're affecting your bunk buddy, and everyone in the room. So it's a selfish thing, but it's damaging their health primarily, but it's also selfish because they haven't took the time to realise the damage they're doing, not just to their health by not producing melatonin, but to other people's health, because other people that have to share the bunk with them or right next to them, it's going to affect them. That's number 1. Number 2, yeah, that was number 1. Number 2, trying to remember. Oh yeah, the amount of people that I've experienced that use spray-on deodorants, the dangerous ones with aluminium and all kinds of chemicals and bullshit, just like fragrances are full of bullshit. Well, guess what? The deodorants are full of bullshit. So the amount of people that I've seen spray on in the mornings, spray heavy for a couple of seconds, for a good couple of, some of them 10 seconds, is crazy on each arm. But it's unhealthy, but it's also very selfish. It's unhealthy because you're putting aluminium, all that toxins into your body. The aluminium is going to stop your lymphatic system. It's going to block the lymphatic system. It's going to block the lymph nodes, so now no toxins can be released through the skin. It blocks the skin, which is your 3rd kidney. It's really important to keep your lymphatics moving, your skin clear. It's really important the toxins are released through your skin, and you're going to stop. Every time they spray this on them, they're stopping toxin release by the aluminium. Stopping toxin release, but not only that, they're putting in chemicals that aren't natural into the body, which make their way into the bloodstream, and they bypass the liver because it's going through the skin. So this aluminium going into the body, that's all the other fake chemicals with God knows what numbers going into the body, hitting the bloodstream and causing untold damage. Because it bypasses the liver, it's even worse than if it didn't, but it's still bad even if it went through the liver. So it's a joke. But why I said it's selfish, it's not just damage them, it's selfish because you're spraying in a room where there might be ventilation, but that spray is going to get into other people's. It's going to get into other people's lungs, and it's getting into your lungs because you're spraying it onto your skin. So it's getting into your skin and your lungs. You're breathing it in. You spray it. You breathe it in because you're the nearest to it. But also that because you're spraying for like a couple of seconds, that goes around the room, and that gets inhaled by everybody. So even someone like me who knows about spray-on deodorants being really dangerous and roll-on deodorants being really dangerous, they both are. I know about it, but I can't get away from when I'm sleeping at night or in the morning when I'm in bed lying, and then someone sprays even a couple of meters or 5-10 meters away from me. That eventually is going to hit my nose. I can smell it, and if I can smell it, that means definitely that I'm inhaling it. If I'm inhaling it, that's just as bad for me. It's like passive smoking, same passive deodorant inhaling, same with passive fragrance inhaling. All these things they're passive, but they are really bad for our health. So it's damaging most to the people that have to use those deodorants, but secondly, it's really selfish because it's actually damaging people that actually care about their health, like me. So I'd avoid. This is a big issue because it's affecting other people. It's a selfish act. Pretty much those 2 are the biggest mistakes I've seen people the biggest health things that people get wrong, because they think they're being healthy by doing that, and they're not. We should try and move towards. You guys know this. You should try and move towards deodorants that are like ethically sourced and not got crappy chemicals. So just use a lemon or a lime, and it's fine. But I don't leave it on a depressing note, even though I've noticed a lot of bad things with people's health and a lot of things that we can rightfully get an ego about. Because if we're not aware of them, we're also doing them. So we're aware of them. We're probably not having our phones on at night. And if you are, please turn them off. And you're probably not using a spray on deodorant because that's really bad for you. But I want to leave on a positive note and tell you that I'm in Germany, Munich, and I'm from England, and it's insane how many people here ride their bikes in the big cities. I've been to Berlin as well this year, and they have bike parks everywhere, bike paths. It's like bikes are prioritized over footfall pedestrians, and I think that's brilliant because that encourages people to use it. And from what I've seen, there's a lot of people using their bike. There's so many bikes about, and there's so many bikes on the racks, so many bikes on the bike paths, almost more than pedestrians sometimes. It's really encouraging that people are exercising, and it's very good that, I mean, I'm not saying that the people are like really into health or nothing, but the fact that they're exercising via bike riding is really good for the lymphatic system, good for the health, good for the production of nitric oxide. So yeah, I'm really encouraged to see that. I don't like to look at people and go, oh, it's all bad, and you know, there's bad things that people do, but there's also lots of good things. So I've got to focus on the good things, and yeah, hope you got some value out of this. And alright guys, I love you very much. Peace.